how often should you drop shot, Tanner?
Well, it's kind of hard to say how often you should drop shot. I do it pretty randomly. I don't think I do it as much as I should. I feel like Raz may actually do it more than me. If anything, I jump around corners or slide around corners more often than I do a drop shot or something. I'll kind of just throw it in occasionally. If you're in the same lobby and you do it, like if you attempt it like more than 3 times, they're gonna catch on, and you're just gonna get shit on. So it's kind of something you only have to do, you know, between like 1 to 3 times per game, I think, or until you just keep getting shit on every time you try it. But mine is usually like I'll run around a corner or something. They were already pre-aimed. They're shooting at me. They have to be within close range typically is when I do it. Like, you know, 10, 15 meters, and I'll usually just drop to the ground and fucking spray them down. But I don't think you can really put a number on it. I would just say attempt it until they catch on and they start aiming lower and then shooting your body and teabagging you at the end.
Yeah. So how often you should drop shot? I don't think it's... My answer is very different from Tanner's. I think it's not dependent on how often you've done it in a match or anything. I think it just depends on the circumstances. So like Doug said in chat, I think he would kind of hit the nail on the head. If you're like 1v1, drop shotting is really good because it makes you, because it's unpredictable and it makes you more difficult to shoot for those 200 milliseconds or so.
Just kill them faster.
Okay. So if you're 1v1, you can and probably should drop shot, typically. If you're 1v2 or 1v3, absolutely do not drop shot. Because if you're a stationary target, you're going to get fucking destroyed from multiple people. So the only advantage of drop shotting is that you shrink your hitbox. But the disadvantage is that you move way slower, obviously. So... you should drop shot if it's 1v1, and then if it's 1v2 or 1v3 or 1v8, do not drop shot. That's what I would say. But experiment with it. Try doing it more often than you're doing it now, and then see when it's working for you and when it's not, and then you'll kind of get like a almost like a muscle memory, like an intuition about when you should be doing it, when you shouldn't. Because these days I never have to think about drop shotting. I do it before I think about it. So
that's also kind of why it's hard for me to answer this question, because I'm like, I almost don't pay attention. Like it is just something I do occasionally. I don't know why I do it. It's just I'll do it every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of just have to get in the habit and just, like I said, just do it more and more. And once you start getting destroyed in that lobby, then stop. Oh, he just said in chat, I do it almost every time. Well, that's absolutely way too often.
Yeah.
So cut that at least in half. At least, and then start there, I would say.
So Tyr, if you're doing it almost every time, here's what I would say to you. If you see more than one enemy on your screen, do not drop shot. If you see only one person, continue drop shotting. That is my rule of thumb for you for now. And once you operate in that way for a while, then you'll start to get a better intuition for when you should and when you shouldn't be doing it. But yeah, almost every time, there's no way that's correct.